It's certainly warming up out there, and it's warming up within the John George case. Now, I like to remain level-headed and partial, so I will answer this in two ways. Ignore the one that's irrelevant, but what I want to say is I'm going to play the video from Johnny Smyth. Now, I can't speak strong dialect of Irish. I can kind of do the accent, but I can't speak with the accent that strong. I can't understand. So what I want to say is, if I play the video now.
It's not even 10 miles from her address, which will also be made public on TikTok, which I will get you to do very, very soon. Yeah. That's the friend of mine. Offered to blow up her house with a hand grenade and blow her dog's head off with the shotgun. The little dog she leaves running around her garden all day. He also knows that her daughter likes to go to a local park very close to her house.
So what was meant? I'm not sure. Are you saying that you wouldn't blow up the house with an hand grenade and kill Hayley's dog? Or are you saying that you will? So this is the first burble of words that I want to say. If it's irrelevant, ignore it and then move on to the 180, the second burble that I want to come out with. The first burble is, if you were saying that you are going to threaten people on social media and Hayley's dog. I have a dog, and it's one of the worst things that you can do. Because trust me, you'll be tortured every day and kept alive if you do that sort of thing. If you want to threaten people on social media, then come my way and I'll have a shootout with you. I can employ people if I want to, probably the same way that you could perhaps do. But I prefer to do my own dirty work sometimes. So perhaps an SA-80 placed in a location of your choice when you're out, on which I'm sure you will be out because you have a top lawyer working for you and you're paying him a lot of money, not sure where the money come from, none of my business. If you want 2 SA-80s or 1 SA-80 placed in the field with a circumference of about 400 metres with bushes, we can do it that way. My second spiel, ignore the first one if it's the case. If you were saying that you didn't threaten to blow up Hayley's house with an hand grenade and you weren't threatening to harm anyone on the social media channels that are perhaps talking in the wrong way. I like to have a level head and remain impartial, and you're quite right in some ways that you are innocent until proven guilty. If there is evidence, which we don't know, if the cars were checked, if they do have some evidence which we don't know of, Hayley knows people, people talk. That's where she gets her information from, as far as I'm aware of. So the second thing I'd like to say that you're a sensible lad, probably, really, underneath all that camaraderie of gangster talk and all that rubbish. Anyone's capable of murder. Anyone can pull a trigger. It's not difficult. Anyone can live with that type of thing on their conscience, can't they? Depends. We just want to get down to the truth. So the second thing I'd like to say is, perhaps you didn't. Perhaps it's all hearsay. Perhaps somebody else said that you were going to threaten her house. If you want to hear more of the second gentle type of talk, then grab that drink, whatever your tipple is, or you can drink water. And welcome to Aldon's Reviews and True Crime. So let's go over the second video put out that Johnny wanted his puppet Madison to put out there. She's the Irish gypsy girl. I do have, I was brought up in a caravan, so I don't mean it in that way at all. The gypsy Irish girl Madison did her spiel and did her talk about Hayley comment. I gather she is saying that Johnny didn't threaten her house or anything else, but if you listen to what Maddie says.
Did Johnny ever threaten your house? No. Was Johnny offered to get something done to your house? Yes, he was. Did he refuse the offer? Yes, he did. Why did he refuse it? Because you've got kids in your house. To go after them. So yeah, no, you're actually safe at the minute. The only thing that actually is keeping you safe is Johnny telling the people who are around you that don't like you.
This is kind of it's to kind of keep this threat going, because you don't want Hayley to speak ill of Johnny, and perhaps we should wait for the case and what unfolds. But the trouble is, without the social media buzz and without the help of Billy George, that's John George's dad, Johnny would never have been brought, perhaps never have been brought to justice. I don't know how the Guardia were working, but he tipped them off and he brought them to where Johnny was staying. If we listen to Johnny again.
Young girls, but we'll move on from them. He'll get her up at the door shortly anyway. On the Healy comments, like Healy Williams. Healy will be bad saving all that TikTok money because she's going to be taking for every single penny she has for defamation of character without any factual evidence. Also, a very good friend of mine, but me being the kind of person that I am, I don't target kids. I'm not that kind of person. So I told him, do not dare do such a thing to that house with children in it.
Yeah.
So she's being dealt with by law.
Yeah, I won't play the whole video. I don't know about you, but the accent is very strong. If I was living there and I was from Ireland, I'm sure I would, or Northern Ireland, because there is a difference, as I gather, I would be able to speak that. I would be able to pick up that dialect. But certainly it isn't going to help the case in threatening people, and we'll go on the assumption that you didn't and it was somebody else's hearsay. And that's the problem with social media. Duncan did put out a video. It did look actually like Duncan was working as your defence lawyer, so there are people out there that are impartial. I'm not saying he was at all, because he looks at the case and he's pretty impartial, as well as some of the other creators. All the people that are involved, or the people that know John George, will just want to know the truth. I'm not saying that he was whiter than white, as we know. Perhaps it was, I don't know, perhaps it was something that Johnny did that caused somebody else to murder him. Or perhaps it was yourself, Johnny, and you had something to do with it, Maddie. Perhaps you were an accessory, we don't know really, do we? But we're not going to point the finger, are we really? We're not going to make a strong stance and say that's 100%, because that would be incorrect and not very nice at all. And it's not nice that people are spreading sort of rumours or pretending that you've said something and that you haven't. Another point that I want to pick up on, in no uncertain terms or words, you said Johnny was offered or told or asked to do something to Hayley's house. Would it be to hand grenade it and to kill the dog, or do something to her house? And you said he wouldn't do that. He refused, because her kids are in there. So what if the kids weren't in the house? So would you kill that little dog? Would you kill Hayley? That's just rang a certain note and rang a chord with me. He wouldn't, because kids were in the house, and he doesn't do that sort of thing. Commendable, well done Johnny, but does that mean that if the kids weren't there, he'd still go ahead? And who, you can put out there, who told him to do that to the house? So who's telling him to do that to the house? Can that be elaborated on? It's no good saying something, tantalising, not tantalising, probably not the word, but putting it out there that this was the case, and then not talking about it and opening it up. You put it out there now, So somebody told him to kill or do something to the house, hand grenade the house of Hayley Comment, and you're going to put the address out there, or you might put the address out there, whether it's the correct one or not, I don't know, of her property, and make it known, and other people are after her. So you need to come clean on that one and say who or how that came about. It's confusing.
Did Johnny ever threaten your house? No. Was Johnny offered to get something done to your house? Yes, he was. Did he refuse the offer? Yes, he did. Why did he refuse it? Because you've got kids in your house. And he's not on to go after kids, just like a good load of people in this app.
Who would do such a thing? Who would put the order out to do that sort of thing? So disregard the first little spiel. It's because we're not afraid with what's going on, and the accent in the first part of the video I didn't understand a word of it myself. Somebody else might be able to decipher what was said, but I do. Is the word get excited on certain things? I don't know why, but I do really, and I wouldn't say I'm that kind of a physical sort of person. Certainly getting older now, physical things. But there's nothing like a good shootout, is there really? Risky, but I think the last problem I had with someone who called me out, I suggested rather than fisticuffs, because I am getting old for that, and I've lost a lot of speed. Can't see the openings, and I'm certainly not trained as I used to be in that sort of field. And I did choose a different sport, so I chose a different sport. But now I was going to travel out to Estonia and have a duel, because I was trained in teaching sword fencing and sword fighting, so I suggested swords, because this chap was rather he was rather about 7 stone heavier than me, and about 6'6" or something or other, 6'5", 6'6", and supposed to be the versed in the art of Muay Thai. But yeah, no need for that sort of thing anyway, really. But yeah, that was suggested because Estonia, you can still have a duel, and if somebody dies, there's not a law that would put you in jail for it. But that sort of thing shouldn't come about, really. And I'm glad that I had someone in between that talked sense. It's not worth. These feuds on social media certainly aren't worth duels, old-fashioned duels, and to die for, even though I suspect the odds would have been stacked in my favour. It's amazing what a 4 foot long, 5 foot long sword would do for... Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the day. It's really hot and I'm in casuals, so I'm going to get back to doing some work outside. And yeah, you take care, everybody take care out there, and I do wish you well. And as always, it's a long ways to go, isn't it, until you lay your head down tonight. But when you do, please don't have any nasty dreams. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And also please subscribe to my second channel, Don's Courtroom. It should be full up really, where I take people from this channel, characters from this channel, and I put them over to Don's Courtroom, and you, the jury, the viewers, you decide what's going to happen along with the judge. That's me. And it's called Don's Courtroom, and it's within my channel. It's on the links, as well as my email address as well. But please take care out there. Oh, and Rosie is buzzing around somewhere, my little dog. So I'm glad things aren't happening to little dogs, because we love them, don't we, really? Thank you for watching, and